Alrighty. Let's get ready for this awkwardness. I'm back. I have a tripod. It's one of those bog pod death grips. I'm gonna be taking some photos with the bren on it. But this is a bren update video, so let's get through it. And for anyone that has taken the chance or liking to follow along to any of these videos, I had to put Cease down a few months, so we'll not be seeing her or hearing her pant in videos anymore, unfortunately. So, but brought her collar with me, so she's still here. All right, let's get on with the sappiness. So in the last video, if I remember correctly, the only thing that's pretty much stayed the same other than the bren itself is the light. I don't remember. I don't believe I was running the new HBI handguard and gas block. I may have been at that point, but I know I was running the L-can. Oh, the 509T I did carry over, but now I got a primary arms 1-8 on this Magpul M-Lock bipod and the Somo Gear NGAL. It's actually pretty nice. I haven't gotten any to do any night shooting with it, but I have checked it out under nods, and it's pretty freaking cool. As you'll see also, I'm not wearing my normal chest rig. I'll get into that in a little bit. And as you can see here, I'm in the desert today. Took a nice little hike out to the Badlands. We're on Castle Point Trail, I believe, and I hope you can hear me. Again, I never I never know until I do these things, and I also hope I'm in frame. I'll step back one more shot in case I'm in frame. So we'll go over what I'm wearing, and then I'll dig back into the gun because I started to dig into it. But I think every video I've started, I've kind of just gone head to toe. I got my Bates boots on today. I think I wore those in the last hike. I think you can see my gear. I'm running the same pack. Not quite ready to do a full blowout on it yet. You could see I had lunch, early dinner, late lunch. But I'm kind of getting pretty set on how I like it after the past two rucks. Really changed a lot since the last video I did in the spring. But again, not ready to do a full blowout on that yet. So I got my Bates boots on. I forget the brand of these socks. The emblem looks like a little Martian dude doing that, if that helps you. But they're merino wool. They're actually really nice. I picked a few up. It's the first time doing like a semi-proper ruck in them. And yeah, comfy. Boxers, allegedly. If I am, they're Hanes. Some Wrangler ATG cargo shorts. Got the flap on the side, the zip on the one. I prefer they both be zips. Is what it is. I have, I believe this is an Under Armour, just like athletic shirt under this. And here I have Helicon Tech's Raid battle shirt, I believe it's called, or top. It's technically not a shirt because it's got the buttons on it. It's really nice. First time actually wearing it out and about. I think it's the first time I'm wearing any kind of clothing kit in one of these videos. Normally I'm kind of dressed like a dad ready for a barbecue. Still ready for a barbecue. Anyway, it's pretty nice. It's really a lot more comfortable than wearing just a shirt on a ruck, especially like a combat shirt type top where it's got that, you know, athletic shirt material. This is way more comfortable. I've never had an issue with any rubbing or sores, but you ruck enough and you eventually will, so I figured I'd just take my luck where it was and finally get something that's a thicker material. It is the summer rated ripstop. So it's actually pretty nice. When I got out here, it was about 3 o'clock, hottest part of the day. It was 94 at the van. Pretty fucking hot. Brought plenty of water, don't worry about that. You can probably see I got a canteen there. I got my big ass, like 64 liter, or I don't know what size that is, but it's huge thing. I've already killed 16, actually like 30 ounces of water, so actually more than that. I've gone through that. Who cares about the water? Anyway, top's really nice. Let's take this off. The bino harness is a elderly stock, I forget the model, extra large. I got a rangefinder patch on it. I got a little glowy stick in case I get lost and I need a signal for help because I'm a child. This is the elderly stock hand warmer. I just leave it on here all the time. I obviously don't need it right now. Worst case scenario, it's a quick little dump bag. I have done that a couple times for like simple stuff, garbage. You know, I got to take my headphone out and talk to someone on the trail. Do that. And I got this little dangler for holding extra stuff. I actually keep a Turner kit in here. And when I'm hunting, I'll be carrying a spare mag for my pistol in there. In here, I have a mosquito net and a knife. It's nothing too fancy right now. It's just a sharp folder. I forget about it, but I want to get one of those Havalon knives with the replaceable blades for hunting, because this is my bino harness for hunting. And then in here, I have the Vortex Viper HD 12 to 50. Super nice, actually. Super nice. I just upgraded from the Crossfire. Totally worth it. Crossfire is good, and when I was at my place looking out the window, I'm like, I don't see the difference. Out here, you see the difference. It's crazy. I'm going to get some Kill Flash scope flip covers actually for the fronts to help with some glare in the prairie, and some scope caps for there to keep moisture out. But yeah, it's this is kind of my first practice ruck in prairie-like terrain, as I'll be hunting this year with the bren. And you may be asking yourself, that's a tactical gun, why are you hunting with it? Well, South Dakota, and I already cleared this with a game warden when I was applying for antelope tags. South Dakota, they have two rules when it comes to big game hunting: maximum of 6 rounds and minimum 1,000-foot energy at the muzzle. 7.62 by 39 after 11.5 produces much more than what you need. And obviously I don't have it in right now, but I do have, I've picked up like 3 or 4 5-round magazines. Plus I won't be hunting with one in the chamber, so I will be under their capacity rule. And they have no restrictions on lights, lasers, illuminated optics. I know a lot of states do. I will not be hunting with the laser or the light, but it's just nice that I don't have to take it off there, or I don't have to go set up another gun that is restricted to what I can do for hunting. So that is why we'll be using the bren. I got a pretty decent 100-yard zero on it, but over the next 3 months as I prepare for hunting season, I will be getting my dopes 2-300 nailed in pretty good. I'm pretty confident in taking a 400, maybe a 450-yard shot if I needed to, but when it comes to an ethical kill on a deer, I don't think that is within the realm of what this gun and I can do as a shooter. Even with the really nice Winchester 123 grain soft points for deer. I've shot with those a lot. It slaps. I mean, that is a nice round. It's a tight grouping. I'll be getting a really nice grouping data on this gun, like I said, in the coming weeks and months on that ammo. But 7.62 by 39 steel case on 1X optics, I've been able to hit out to 300 pretty reliably. Brass case, very reliably. So I'm not going to push myself farther than that. I'm really hoping, as long as I do my math correctly and the wind is in my favor, I will be within 150 yards and taking a shot on a deer. Again, if needed, which again it shouldn't be, I'm willing to go out to 300. Feel very confident doing that with this setup. I already have a plan for a 6.5 Creedmoor build for next year, but for this year, I decided to spend the lesser cost and change up the bren to go hunting. So let's go over some of those changes. Again, I don't remember if the handguard and gas block was changed on the last video here, but got the, I believe it's the 10.5 or 10.75 HBI front handguard with their adjustable gas block. This gun runs flawless. Steel case, brass case, flawless. Soon, actually, I will be getting the STD carnivore can. and I can't wait to throw that on there. I'll also be hunting with that. So with the adjustable gas block already on there, this gun is going to be exactly what I need for deer hunting. Unfortunately, I did not get my antelope tags this year, but the numbers are down across the board, and with the amount of new residents that have been moving in, it's also harder to get tags because more people are applying. Totally makes sense. But I do have 2 tags this year. I'm pretty excited about that. I have a any whitetail and then a antlerless whitetail for the prairie. So it'll be a lot of scouting and a lot of getting my homework correct on where these deer are going to be. Because whitetail on the prairie is, they don't really like the prairie. They're there, but they don't like it. So that being said, we're going to do what we could do. Back to the gun. Running a, believe this is the, so many different lights, can't remember them all. I believe this is the Mod Light OKW Mod 2, if I remember correctly. It's the 50,000 Candela, really awesome light. The 20-inch AR that I've been building, I've pretty much finished that gun. I'm waiting on a couple odds and ends. And that is running the Cloud Defense Rain 3.0, the 90,000 Candela head on it. It's typically, or normally, a 100,000 Candela head. However, it has the legacy body, so you can use Surefire tail caps, which I didn't want to be restricted to Cloud Defensive because I already have a bunch of Surefire stuff. And wow, let me tell you, amazing. That light will eventually be going on most of my guns, not all of my guns. I also have a 12.5 5.56 build been working on. Can't wait to show you guys that one, which is running quite the opposite of a 100,000 Candela light. I am running the M-Lock, Magpul M-Lock bipod. It's actually really nice. I've shot with it a few times now. I like the adjustment screw on the bottom here for your like tilt and swivel. It's nice that you can like tighten it up when you kind of when you're shooting stationary at a stationary target. You can kind of tighten that up and really take that play out of it. It really helps, and you can really lean into the gun. The one thing I don't like about it is it doesn't lock in this position. It only locks down, which is fine, obviously. Just something that I learned when I was shooting my 338. It is advantageous sometimes to have a bipod off at a 45 degree, especially when you're really getting down into that gun. But again, it's actually been really nice. I have the Magpul bipod that goes to the rifle sling mount, and I'm not as big as a fan of it. It's got a couple different locks on it, and it's a little more flimsy in the design, and doesn't feel quite as sturdy. And in my opinion, when I'm getting into the gun, it's again just a little too flimsy, has a little too much flex for what I like. But I like this one. I picked one up for the 12.5, and I believe I also have one on the, no, the 20-inch has the, I forget what the 20-inch has, so I'm not even going to say. I think the 20-inch has the one that has the rifle sling mount on it, which eventually I will be getting rid of that one and changing to this, if that is what's on whichever gun it's on. Magpul flip up rear or front iron sight. It's the M-Bus. They're not iron. They're polymer. In the rear sight as a backup. I believe I had those on with the Elcan, but I can't quite remember. Again, the 509T stayed on here. I really, really love it. It's really, really nice. I've had no issues with it on all the guns I run. I ran it on one of my Glocks for a while. Sorry, I'm getting a little stuffy here. Ran it on one of my Glocks for a little while. Obviously, I ran one on the Elcan. Now I'm running on top of the primary arms 1-8. And this is a little bit of a decked out primary arms 1-8. We have the 100 Concepts kill flash with scope cover on it, which also I'm running the 100 Concepts flashlight cover. I'm running a Etsy made scope scrim. Pretty nice. It's got the primary arms shake awake battery cap in it, which is super nice. I still leave it, sorry, hiccup stuffy, god, I'm killing it today. I always leave it off anyway because it's still an LPVO, super short battery life. We have a Warren QD mount. I actually really like it. I typically go with the Midwest Industries QD mount, but I got this LPVO second hand. I had one of these before, got rid of it, and ever since I did, I was kicking myself. I scooped this up with the mount and the shake wake battery cap for a steal of a deal. Oh, it also has, I don't know who makes this, but it's got the throw lever on it as well. It's just like some 3D printed. It's nice. It's robust for being 3D printed. But yeah, and then other than that, nothing. Oh, I lied. My favorite grip, the Die Free Co. Kung Fu grip. I might be adding a little goon tape to beef up for the rear of my palm. All my guns have these now. I've been shooting a lot with them, and the more I shoot it, that's the only place I feel lacking when really getting into the gun and doing those more precision shots, when you're really getting into the gun, squeezing your body together to keep it tight, is I just feel the palm could use a little bit more. So I'm gonna try goon taping it and see how that goes. The one thing I did forget when I painted the LPVO was I have a second scope cap to go in the rear to keep moisture out. I painted it and I forgot to put it on when putting the gun back on. I'm going to be putting that on. That's pretty much the only thing. My phone tipped over because of the wind. Let's fix this. I wonder when that tipped over. Anyway. Hopefully that didn't like just go up and like cut my head off. And you're just like hearing me talk while looking at the sky. But yeah, this is the update on the Bren. Hopefully when I go to Hot Springs, to the gun range down there, that goes out to 850 yards, I will be taking some video on getting the dope data and stuff like that. Other than that though, this is pretty much the same gun, still running the same trigger. I forget what trigger it is actually at this point. Same sling, and yeah, it's just it's been a solid shooter, but you're going to start seeing a lot. You're going to be seeing a lot of AR content coming out from me, which means I'll probably post about one more video than I did last year on the total subject. But like I said, my 20-inch build is coming to completion. I believe I'm just waiting on my muzzle devices for my 5.56 guns. Oh, actually, yeah, I'm still waiting on my muzzle device for this gun, but that's okay. And then I'll be painting that one up, and same with the 12.5. The 12.5 is pretty much near to completion. So I'm gonna get some good dope on those as well when I go to gun range again down in Hot Springs. Again, it's getting windy, so hopefully you can hear me. I'm almost done. Anyway. Yeah, so I will be doing some breakdown videos of those. Again, the wind just knocked my phone over. Alright. Let's try. There we go. Yeah, very professional. Yes, very professional. Is that facing too far down now? Who knows? I'll stand back here now. Quality content. So there'll be some stuff coming out on my AR builds. Not an AR guy, but hey, it's the reality of the world is interesting right now, yeah, having a lot of 5.56 AR compatible stuff is probably not a bad idea. Again, I'm not a doom and gloom guy, but there's not, in the US, there's not going to be a lot of readily available AK 7.62x39 items. That being said, I've never shown any of my Glocks. I will be changing I already have changed to SIG P320. So I'll be doing some videos on that actually pretty soon. I've been a Glock guy, I don't know, for almost 10 years now, and recently switched to SIG because of a few factors, and I'll go over that in the SIG video. But yeah, so this is going to be my hunting setup. I am going to be running a different pack for hunting. I'm like real stuffy. Oh man, that's killing me. It's like right in the back of my throat. I have a Mystery Ranch Metcalf 50 liter that I will be using for hunting. I do want to change that bag. I used to use that as a ruck bag. It will make a better hunting bag for how I'll be hunting. But I do want to change that out to something that's actually got a frame that has different options that you can take on and off of it. Pretty much, you know, change the pack, have that nice little shelf for packing game, stuff like that. But again, that might be next year. It's my first year hunting. I'm not too worried about going too crazy about it. And let's see here. Oh yeah, and then the tripod. Got the Bog Pod Death Grip. It's heavy. It's heavy for sure. It's built well, but packing it is definitely something that I'm going to have to learn to do with weight distribution and its size. So I am going to do, for hunting, it'll be fine, but for rucking and, you know, big igloo, end of the world type stuff, China has come to collect their debts. I think I'm going to want a shorter one, just packing it wise. My only complaint, I guess you could say, so far. Other than that, you know, oh man, the ADHD is like so hard right now. Anyway, if you got something to say, as long as you can contribute because you've been doing it or you're doing it better, please do. If not, you're just living in a basement. I forget what I normally say at the end of the video. Hopefully you can hear me again. It's windy as hell. And what else here? Yeah, get out. Like, get outside. If you're seeing this only because you're watching this video or you're Googling what the Badlands looks like, probably fucking get outside. That's the same for wherever you live. Get outside. Today's a short ruck. I'm gonna say it's like 7 miles total. I want to say I'm doing. All trails kind of sucks for tracking you. I'm gonna get the Onyx stuff pretty soon here, especially for hunting. And according to All Trails, I'm just past 3.5 miles. But All Trails is either over or under. Typically, I've noticed it's been over what I've done, so I'm gonna say we're at 3.5-ish. So I'm gonna call it 7 miles total, maybe a little under. But yeah, just get outside. Get fit. You don't have to look like a Greek god, but don't look like a goddamn Greek, you know. There's a lot to life that you can enjoy being fit, and it doesn't mean you're going to have the perfect body. Back in the day, I used to work out 7 days a week. I mean, like literally, like it was 2 years straight. I worked out 7 days a week. I ran 5 miles for, I want to say, it was a 6 to 8 month period every single day while doing weights. And again, diet has a big thing to do with it. I looked good, but I never had like this amazing physique, but I was in really good shape at the time. I even got into mountain biking on top of running. And then I let myself decline and I couldn't enjoy life as much. Regardless of all the other benefits of why you should probably be in shape for the next 5 years. If it's just to improve your quality of life, do it. It's nice to not have knees that hurt when you squat for 2 minutes, just, you know, squatting on the ground. It's nice to be able to run for a mile and not be fucking wheezing. It's nice to go up a flight of stairs and not be fucking wheezing. My cardio is definitely something that I have really slacked on this year, and I've been diving back into getting some good cardio. I started mountain biking again, so I'm not just sitting here telling you to get in shape and not practicing what I preach. I've been slacking out, not doing as good as I want, but I've still been doing it. Being able to just enjoy life, and hell, even shopping for clothes. It's embarrassing when you go. I've been an extra large. I've been an extra large for almost 2 years now, and I don't feel embarrassed about that. When I used to be a large and it was tight because, you know, muscles was big. But when you go shopping and a 2X is tight, but you're buying it so you don't have to feel bad about buying a 3X, man, that's just, you can't live life like that. Anyway, I'm rambling at this point. Yeah, so get out, The wind's picking up again. I hope I've been in frame for this whole thing. We're gonna find out, and I'm not reshooting it because the sun's going down, and I gotta hike back to the van. I'm 5 minutes past when I said I'd be heading back to my van. So yeah, running late. It's a typical Tim trait. Again, I'm rambling at this point. Get out, enjoy life. Go see stuff like this. This is awesome. And if you don't have a tribe, find a tribe, build a tribe. It can be sketchy at times, and you might take a few times before you find your tribe, but get out there. And it doesn't have to be gun related either. You could just be going out and hiking, going home and playing Dungeons and Dragons. Just enjoy life with people who enjoy the life with you. So, okay, I'm going to sign off here. It's getting windy. I'm already 5 minutes past when I said I'd be leaving, and I still have to pack all my stuff, drink some water, take a few last photos, and yeah. All right. I'll show you some gas a little bit. See, I'm gonna paint it, but there it is. It's not bad. There's my stuff. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah. Beautiful. And just desert prairie that way.